want a war, they don't want a war with big juggernaut, big juggernaut. They don't want a war, they don't want a war with big juggernaut, big juggernaut.
This is Danny Flexen, delighted to be joining Joyce for this latest exclusive video on his own YouTube channel. Subscribe if you're not already. Joe, I thought what would be really good today would be to give the fans out there an insight into your training regime, which is obviously been changed by COVID and the absence of your head trainer, Ismail Salas, back over in the US at the moment. But just give us a rundown of what a typical training week looks like for you at the moment.
Yeah, so what a typical week revolves is like me heading to the gym at, for about 12 o'clock, doing a strength session or a run in the morning, and then I do a boxing session in the evening. So that's basically what happens from Monday to Saturday.
And what's the split between strength sessions and runs? Is it kind of 2 and 3, 3 and 2? How does that work?
Yeah, it's kind of like 3 and 2 at the minute. Well, it's been that for the past couple of weeks. So, but yes, obviously when I know more, then it can increase. But I feel like I'm doing pretty well at that.
And let's talk about the runs. Is it kind of the old-fashioned boxing, kind of long, plodding, steady state exercise, or is it more sprint and intervals and that kind of thing, or a mixture of the two?
Yeah, we do different stuff. Like it's a bit, working on the energy systems. But the runs I do myself personally are like long, slow, plodding runs just to get the weight down and that. And I do more of the fast-paced stuff in the gym.
What's so like track work or interval runs on treadmills, that kind of thing?
Yeah, interval runs, cycle, rowing, different intensities.
And the strength session you do there with Kem Gough, of course, who we've had over on Seconds Out, sister channel, a couple of times. It usually seems, looking at his work, it's always very functional, always very easily relatable to boxing. Is that the case with your work?
No, I'm talking about the work I'm doing with Cam.
Yeah, but that's more the cardio stuff that you were talking about. So like the rowing and the cycling and stuff. But I'm talking more about the strength work that you do with Cam.
Yeah.
So is it very functional? Is it very boxing related?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah. Some explosive work and, just working on my weaknesses, I guess.
Are you allowed to tell us what they are?
No weaknesses. The juggernaut is supreme.
I've got weak elbow joints. Well, I don't think Daniel Dubois is going to be hitting you there, so you're all right. It's not going to help him. So you're working with Kem Gough. I've seen his facility. It's amazing. He's a great trainer as well. How did you guys first hook up, and what's your relationship like?
Yeah, it's a good one, actually. We first hooked up around a year ago, I think I don't know. So I'd say like February, March or something. And yeah, I like his style and his gym. His gym's like a quiet gym. It's not like a packed gym where like a like with loads of people. So I could just turn up, do my work, and it's quite technical. And he kind of teaches me more. He goes quite in depth, and he's very good like with technical things about. And I'm also learning at the same time, what he's because he's quite knowledgeable, even though he's younger than me. Funny enough.
Are you one of these people that likes to know what your PBs are on the strength stuff and then like to beat it each camp? I know a lot of people are like that. Carl Froch was one who used to keep a training diary with all his PBs in it. Or are you just happy if the work's being done?
I'm happy as long as I'm not doing that stuff, because I just like to turn up, do do it and then go. It's like harder to do that stuff yourself, or especially me. I'm not very good at like recording things and the details and that. I'm more like creative, and so when I go to the gym and do my own stuff, then I think of the stuff on the spot and just do it, opposed to like planning and working towards a certain goal.
I'm sure Kem's pretty good at recording stuff, though. Does he give you much of an insight into how you're getting on compared to previous camps?
Yeah, so we do a test at Middlesex, my old uni, to you know to kind of look at all the different energy systems and like how I don't know, like like bone density and different things like that. I don't know. I've never done that before, so it's quite good, quite insightful.
What's your bone density like? Is it good? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Not
it's
sure what
pretty
that
good.
really means, but yeah, I mean, it's thickness of your bones. But is that a good thing? Are they supposed to be dense?
Yeah,
No idea.
it's a juggernaut.
Yeah, well, there you go. Must be. And then what about the boxing session? So with Salas not around at the moment, you've got Steve Broughton. Obviously, we know he's worked with you before. Has worked with Derek Chisora recently as well. Used to work alongside Shane McGuigan. So get building a reputation in his own right. What sort of stuff are you doing at the moment with no date in mind for certain, at least? Still quite early in the camp, even if it is going to be October.
Yeah.
What sort of stuff are you doing boxing wise?
Well, just like stuff on the, just working on different techniques and stuff on the pads, and then just getting like putting some shots together on the bag and increasing my fitness. And it's like you kind of if you, like a game, you get like EXP. So each time you want to level up, so you keep on working on your punches, how many punches you've thrown. And it's not about how many punches you're throwing, it's also about the technique that goes into them. And you're building muscle memory, so the more punches you throw in the correct way, then that'll you'll perfect them. So that's what I'm working on, because I'm always working on improving myself.
How similar is Steve's pad work to Ismail's pad work?
It's similar. I mean, he can do a number of different styles on the pad, and he's quite good
Because
at
he's
like,
worked with Salas, of course.
yeah, he's worked with Salah, so yeah, so he knows that particular style. And also he's worked with Shane and other trainers, so he knows a lot of stuff, and he can be quite he has a big toolbox of different things that he can work with me on, and different combinations and stuff like that. So like each time is different, and he can make he can keep me hitting the pads and doing different drills and stuff. So it's been pretty good. And I've trained with him with the strength stuff, and he also talks to Cam as well. So they're both on the same page, and both on the same page for me. So it's quite a good team.
When you're in the gym with a trainer, regardless of who it is, do you prefer a relationship that's quite collaborative and you have your input? Or are you one of the boxers that likes to just turn up, be told what to do it diligently, and then go home?
No, I ask a lot of questions, and I some things that if they don't feel right to me, I'll make the changes, and um, make my voice heard. Like if I don't really think the technique or the combination suits me, then I'll try and meet in the middle. Unless it's Salas telling me, then I'm like he's had so much more experience, and I respect what he tells me.
And I suppose he knows you better than most other coaches as well. So you've got that bond that you've had for a long time. You
Yeah,
probably don't feel the need to question as much of his stuff.
yeah, I know. He's he's had like more years of experience than how old I am. So
Wow. It's nice to be like the younger one for once instead of saying, oh, yeah, he's got loads of knowledge even though he's younger than me. Well, with Salas, he's definitely got the experience.
yeah.
And sparring wise, how long before a fight do you usually begin your sparring?
Um. Well, I guess I could start sparring quite soon. I mean, yeah. Well, it depends. Like when you've got a date, it seems to start pretty soon. But normally a camp's like what, 8 weeks, so
Yeah.
almost there now. So I should start sparring again soon.
And what's more important to you from a sparring partner? Someone who's going to give you really good rounds or someone that mimics your forthcoming opponent as close as possible?
I think to start with, I like to spar with people that I can work with, but then as it gets closer to the fight, you want to like pick up the level and have like people who are going to really like give it to you, and is also similar to the person you're going to fight. So, yeah.
So if you were thinking ahead to the Dubois fight, and I say ahead, you could start sparring soon anyway. Is there anyone out there you see that's similar style-wise to him? Anyone that kind of catches the eye?
Yeah, I mean, I've sparred with them before, like Johnny, who's just signed with
Johnny Fisher.
Johnny Fisher. He's good. He's good. He's very strong and raw and powerful. So he's good. That's why he took him to Vegas as well. In Garnu, but that'd be quite difficult to get him over here. I sparred also with Billy Nelson and
Martin Bacoli.
Martin Bacoli, yeah.
You should have said Billy Nelson earlier. I could have got it for you.
Yeah, Martin Bacoli would be a good sparring partner. He was good when we had him when he came down from Scotland, and also who fought last night? What's his name?
Oh, David Adelaide.
Yeah, David Adelaide would be good as well.
You said you sparred him before, and he is quite similar to the boy. He's smaller.
Yeah.
But in style, he's quite similar.
Mm.
Yeah. What did you make of his performance, by the way, Adelaide? Someone you'd sparred before. Did you watch his fight?
Yeah, I watched his fight. I thought he did well, and he's improving. And he's got plenty of time. He's young and he's hungry and he's strong. So so he's moving in the right direction.
And just getting back to the training, we were talking about the sparring. How much has that helped educate you as a fighter and help aid your development, sparring some of the best other heavyweights out there?
It just shows you levels and where I'm at, because how I can hang with these people that are at a high level, and it just shows the quality that I am that I'm ready for these kind of guys. And I've been fighting boxers the best of the world in the Olympics and all around the world. So it's just a similar thing with a professional game.
Can it be disheartening? This probably hasn't happened to you, but can it be disheartening if it's the other way around? If you get into a training camp with someone and you're out of your depth, can that make you go away and kind of question yourself? Or is it more likely to make you think, right, I need to work hard to get to that level?
Well, I've never been out of my depth because I belong at the top level, and I am at the top level. So, but I guess, like, say if you're just at the you haven't trained for a while, you've been off for Christmas, and you come back and you spar someone who's already fight ready, then that's going to be risky sparring. Yeah, if you're both fit and ready, then it's the top guys are. It's quite, it's quite level.
It's strange how many of the top guys you spar, because we've often heard in the past that people don't want to spar each other if they're likely to fight in the future. Yeah. You've sparred quite a number of the top heavyweights. There's obviously not similar concerns.
Yeah, I haven't sparred with Wilder. He came down to GB once upon a time, but he didn't spar any of us. But I remember Hellenius came down and he had a round each with me and Fraser. So me and Fraser were having a round each, and it was a bad idea for him. Put it that way.
Yeah, well, look, thinking about Hellenius' size and style, I can't imagine going up against two kind of, high volume punchers like you and Fraser was a good idea at all.
I know, yeah, a round each. Like a round each, fresh was coming in fresh each round. Yeah. It was not a good idea. Jesus.
Whose idea? Was it your idea?
No, it was his idea. It was like, we'll have a round each. You're like, what?
Oh, brilliant. All right, well, it's been great to get an insight into what you get up to on a week-to-week basis, inside the gym, that is, of course. And we look forward to catching up again as the fight with Daniel moves ever closer.
Yeah, good talking to you.
Great stuff. Thanks, Joe. Really appreciate it.
Welcome.
Yeah. They don't want a war, they don't want a war with big juggernaut, big juggernaut. They don't want a war, they don't want a war with big juggernaut, big juggernaut. They don't want a war, they don't want a war with big juggernaut, big juggernaut. They don't want a war, they don't want a war with big juggernaut, big juggernaut.